When I say cool, who comes to mind? Me? Maybe? Classic Hollywood actors like Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, Jimmy Dean, maybe Marilyn Monroe, or we've got Betty Davis, or I don't know, Sidney Poitier. Well, today you may think of Pedro Pascal, Lizzo, Dakota Jones, or even Dakota Johnson, rather, or Amy Sedaris. It turns out being, quote, cool isn't just about wearing sunglasses. It's a universal personality. Or it's extroversion, hedonism, of a power, adventure, openness, independence. We can go on and on. According to a global survey of nearly 6,000 people across 12 countries, researchers asked folks to think of people they considered, quote, cool versus, quote, good. All these 6 traits consistently popped up no matter where in the world the questions were asked. Sure, cool people are usually likable, but they're also the rule benders, not exactly your traditional good folks who are warm, calm, and rule following. The rough and tumble origins of cool date back to jazz rebels like Miles Davis, Billie Holiday, and of course the beatniks like there's Jack Kerouac. But today, being cool has evolved into a mix of charisma and creativity that pushes us forward. So if you're looking to up your cool factor, work on your boldness, curiosity, and independent streak, maybe skip at the beige. As we do each night, we welcome in our contributors, and I can't think of two cooler people than the married couple, of course, Jamie and Doug Baker. Jamie, ladies, first, we'll start with you. Who are some of your top 10 coolest people? They don't have to be celebrities. And why do you think they're cool?
My mom was cool. She was ahead of her time. She was fashionable. She was classy. She was a cool chick. I think people who are successful, powerful, and yet being able to stay humble. Steve McQueen, by the way, I know for a fact, because his PR guy told me he was not a nice guy.
Oh. Doug?
I tend to think people who are cool that are content. They feel good in their own skin. They have a certain amount of power, but they don't show it off. A certain amount of wealth, if you would, but they don't show it off. And the ones that come to mind for me are Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, but lived in the same house that he bought back in 1967, drives the same car for the last 10 years, a very humble man who lives a very humble life. And also the other two that come to mind for me as being really, really cool, President Obama and President Bush. I like the way those two are in public and the way they handle themselves. And by the way, Jamie, do you think I'm cool?
No.
I don't want to get in the middle of that. We're going to move this along. Paul Newman, I mentioned earlier, who undoubtedly was cool, right? But he was also known for his philanthropic work. Now, do you think people can be both good and cool, or are those traits basically at odds with each other? Jamie?
Well, wouldn't it be something that you would attain for, to be cool and good and wealthy? I know some bona fide buttholes that just have lots of money, but they have nothing to stand on. So.
All right, Jamie and Doug, sit tight. Just getting started here. I think you're both very cool, by the way, for what that's worth. We're going to talk about something delicate here. It is crude, I want to warn you, but it's important, and we here at the Roggin Report never shy away from hard topics, so let's do it. Looks like more guys are ditching board shorts for some briefs, like Speedos. Used to be known as banana hammocks. Well, maybe they still are, but they're wearing them at pools and beaches, and, well, it's becoming a trend. While some still think of them as old school or too revealing, many men are embracing the comfort and style that briefs offer. This shift is all about confidence and feeling good in your own skin. Plus, swim briefs are practical for swimming and sunbathing, and it looks like the tide may even be turning when it comes to swimwear choices. So throw caution to the wind, stuff yourself in, and hold your head up high. Doug, how many Speedos do you own? And let's see your favorite one.
Yeah, no. I think the only thing that would clear a beach faster than a shark would be old Dougie taking his time walking in the surf with a Speedo on.
What's Jamie got there?
Yeah. Already a Speedo.
All right. Jamie, your thoughts on the old banana hammock making a comeback?
It's not pretty. Well, if Mark Mester, no, it doesn't look good. It looks like high school water polo players. Oh, no.
Okay, so you're out on that. Do you think it's time, though, for men to embrace the body positivity, Jamie?
Sure. Embrace yourself. Be positive with your body. I'll just not look.
Right. Doug, if you and I had the bodies to do it. If we thought for 1 second we could pull it off, would we do it? Would you do it? Because I think I would.
I wouldn't do it. I mean,
No?
let's face it. Women have curves. Okay, they're built differently than we men, and clothing for women can accentuate those curves or whatever. Men, if you're really lucky, all we have is a lump. So I don't think we need to go out of our way to show off a lump.
Got it. Jamie, you agree with that?
I think he just called you a lump. Are you okay with that, Tim?
I've been called worse right here on this channel. No?
Bro.
What are your thoughts? Just no? All shapes, sizes?
Just be happy. If you're happy, I'll be happy for you, and just keep your junk in the trunk together.
Junk in the front. Got it. Mark it down. Doug and Jamie, can't thank you enough. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend, and certainly chat soon. Now, if this is your first summer in the desert, please accept my apology. And if you're a seasoned Valley summerer, you know what to do to keep yourself safe during the triple-digit summer heat. Now, as heat waves become more common around the country, experts are sharing tips on how to stay safe and avoid heat-related illnesses like heat stroke. Fire Chief Sam DiGiovanna joins us now to give us some tips on how to remain safe even when the temperatures rise. All right, Chief Sam, thanks for taking a few moments. We'll get right into it. As we mentioned just off camera, 120 yesterday here in the Valley. Most of this week, just simply heat. Most of this month, you've got some cool safety tips, though, on beating the heat for us tonight.
Yeah, let's start indoors. Stay in an air-conditioned area during the hottest part of the day. Keep your shades and blinds closed. And if possible, don't use your oven. Just, don't use your oven and avoid using as many lights as possible in the house. That'll help keep the heat down.
Yeah, certainly. It already feels like an oven when you go outside, so you don't need to turn it on while you're in. What's advice for those that unfortunately have to work outdoors?
Well, if you have to work outdoors, stay hydrated. That's a must. Start drinking water early in the morning. If you feel thirsty, dehydration has already started. So drink water early in the morning and avoid caffeine. Wear light, loose-fitting clothing, and then avoid unnecessary hard work or activities during the hottest part of the day, and take breaks often.
Well, most importantly, those that push the limit maybe a little too much, what are the signs to push back? What are some of the signs of heat-related illness?
Well, it's a good question. Let's start with heat exhaustion. This is a form of loss of water and salt through heavy sweating. So symptoms will be sweating, dizziness or fading, muscle cramps, nausea or vomiting, headaches, weakness, fatigue, and pale, clammy skin. If you have those or you come across someone that are experiencing this, have them move to a cool place, sip water or electrolyte drinks, apply cool, wet cloths, and rest and monitor the symptoms. The other one we want to talk about is heat stroke. This is actually a medical emergency where your body's cooling system has failed. These symptoms include confusion or altered state, seizures, hot, dry skin through sweating that still may occur, and rapid pulse. The main thing you want to do is call 911 immediately, move the person to a cool place, use ice packs or cool water on the neck, armpits, or groin area. And of course, they won't be able to, but people do try to give people that are unconscious fluids. Don't do that.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time, of course. That's why we bring you on. You are the professional here, and if it could save just one life, we've done our job. So, Chief Sam, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you. Be safe. Stay cool.
Certainly some good advice there from the chief. And well, we talk about it, I feel like, this time every year, but people still continue to not listen. I often see people jogging during triple-digit days, and I just hope they know what they're doing and can recognize the warning signs of heat stroke, such as confusion, rapid heartbeat, high body temps. It's all crucial for preventing serious health issues. This raises some important questions. So we bring in our contributors again, of course. And Jamie, we'll start with you. What do you usually do to keep cool when it's super hot like it is outside?
Stay indoors, and I don't use the oven, so I'm okay.
Doug?
Yeah, common sense. Don't play pickleball at noon. Okay, don't go outside if you don't have to. Grab yourself a good book, set in a cool house, and enjoy watching the great outdoors.
And if you do have to go out like I will tomorrow morning, I'll do it just a 6:25 tee time, not 12 noon. Now, Doug, do you think people are prepared for when the temp hits 115 or 120, or they just kind of roll with it and don't pay attention to it?
I think if you're a rounder, if you live here all year long and this is not your first summer, you just roll through it. You know what to expect. You get from your air-conditioned house to your air-conditioned car to the air-conditioned market and reverse yourself. It's not that big a deal.
Have you ever had a close call, Doug, with a heat-related issue?
No, not heat regarding temperature, no, but I've been hot a few times.
Jamie?
Yeah, thanks. No, you know what? Some of my coworkers don't have air conditioning in their cars, so it's not always all cool and comfortable. But last summer I wasn't prepared for the mugginess and the humidity that we had. So having survived last summer, I think we should all be okay if we just use common sense.
It's quite humid today too, believe it or not. It was a little wake-up call walking outside. You just spoke about your coworkers, Jamie, and off topic here for a moment, but we just talked about the Dubai chocolate just a little bit ago. I said there's somebody on this program that might know where that is.
Oh yeah, a store called Bristol Farms on Country Club and Monterey. They have Dodo chocolates, Dubai chocolates on sale for $32, various flavors.
There it is. Told you. We always keep you informed here. Doug and Jamie, sit tight here for just a second. You know what a lot of people consider cool? Halloween. A lot of people do, actually. I believe it's more of a trendy holiday, but producer Kevin goes to Halloween-themed conventions in August. But when has the love of Halloween gone too far? You may be wondering, Tim, it's July. Why the heck are you talking about Halloween? I was wondering the same thing when I was reading this, but I will tell you it's because Summerween is creeping into summer like a pastel pumpkin. Retailers from Walmart to Michael's are decking their aisles with pink ghosts, bikini-wearing skeletons, and jack-o'-melons, turning summer into a mini Halloween party. Born from a 2012 episode of the cartoon Gravity Falls, it's now a real-life gig where fans carve watermelons, sip orange punch, and dress spooky in July. Even rapper Princess Nakia is giving a shout-out to Halloween, or Summerween rather, in her new track, showing that it's just not a niche, it's spilling into pop culture. Some say it's pure consumer silliness, but fans argue Halloween should be a two-show season minus the chills. So whether it's fun-sized spookiness or commercial creep, Summerween's got us all asking why wait until October. So, Doug, what do you think about Summerween?
I think the idea is fun. The only thing I have against it is if you have essentially Halloween twice a year, the real Halloween kind of loses the thrill because you celebrated it already 6 months before.
Your thoughts, Jamie?
Well, growing up in Korea, Koreans known for like summer with horror movies because there was a cultural belief. I still did think that's somehow true. When you're hot, you watch something scary, you get spooked out, that kind of cools you down. But for this Halloween, Summerween thing, I think it's a total marketing tactic.
I never thought of that, to cool you down and freak you out. Do you think quirky holidays like Summerween bring communities together, or do they water down the magic of the tradition? Doug?
Well, I mentioned I think it does water down the tradition, but it does bring communities together. It does bring people together, and it could be a lot of fun. But I think you're diluting the real Halloween for the children, who holiday is really all about.
When does seasonal decorating turn from festive to overkill, Jamie?
Well, I hate going to Costco and then like in September I'll see like pumpkin stuff, and then as soon as Halloween's over, they skip over Thanksgiving, they go straight to Christmas.
Yep.
No, slow down. Enjoy every holiday, every season.
I agree with that, and season especially, or summer rather. I love the heat, so I don't want to force it. I don't want to push it. I love the NFL, but let's wait a couple more months. Now.